After the recent mobile phone ban at school, students have been struggling to entertain themselves during lunchtimes, but these students have something else up their sleeves. Handball. What may seem like a childish ball game is actually great for everyone. Handball has been great for students to have fun, exercise and meet new people.
It's just full of friendship, camaraderie. It's usually just a fun experience.
Over time we've come to realise that it's more about not the game but each other, and I think the handball community's come out a lot better where everyone's been able to work together and work out any issues or problems that we might have. So I reckon we've regulated ourselves pretty well, and we've managed to create rules and other things to make sure that people have the best experience they can.
Students are looking forward to lunch just to play. They're being more healthy and having fun while they're doing it. I think that's a really positive thing.
No, I think it's been a hugely positive thing for student behaviour. Students are engaged at lunchtime, which is really important. We've got things available for students, like we've got sporting gear in there. Handball, they can bring a ball, on their own. They can play it, and it's been fabulous.
However, some students have gotten slightly out of control.
Every now and then, one or two students, usually on the younger groups, become very agitated. We've had to suspend some kids because they've hit and pushed and shoved people. Sometimes the language gets a little bit over the top, unacceptable, and we're in offices where we might have special guests, we might have parents, might be on the phone, and the odd loud expletive coming through the window isn't great.
Ooh, well, I guess the game of handball, it's come a long way since where we've begun, and it's definitely at its peak was very competitive within all its players, and it got the better hand, I'm sure, of some of us, including myself. As for the more aggressive players, we've been able to sort of come to an agreement where people learn to play more fairly, I guess, and learn to live with what they've, with the mistakes that they've made within the game, and become less aggressive to other students who may have done poor shots against them.
The construction site's off limits. It's off limits to everyone unless you're authorised. Even I'm not allowed to go on the construction site without permission. I understand why it's a bit challenging, because you guys want the ball back straight away. It becomes a problem when someone climbs under it because they're actually trespassing. And it's a building site and things fall, so anything could happen to that student. So that's a concern.
One thing that could greatly improve the game, I think, is by putting some sort of barrier underneath the fence. So instead of us using our bags, maybe a piece of plywood or something, or a beam of wood, just to stop the ball from getting away from the game and making us go into the site.
Especially when they're smaller, the roses are small when they've been pruned. He was finding that they'd been trodden on, broken, and so on. So he was upset because he puts a lot of work into it. They also are quite a beautiful feature of the school. A lot of care, a lot of money's been put into the gardens all around the place, and so it's disrespectful of property that actually looks quite nice when people go into it carelessly and do the damage.
But in the end, the benefits outweigh the negatives, and the students have been working on ways to control their behaviour. This is Stephen Boranaga reporting for All Live News. Back to you guys.